What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another exciting personal finance video where I'm talking gold, silver, investing, personal finance strategies, all that good stuff. If this is your first time visiting this channel, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my website, My Road to Wealth and Freedom. I'm going to throw up the link down below where I just published my July net worth update. Really cool. I'll get into that. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. The channel's for entertainment and information purposes only, so please consult a financial advisor, do your own research before making any investments that I discuss on the channel or pursuing any of the financial strategies I talk about. All right, guys. First, I'd like to, today's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all my American friends. And in honor of that, I got my two buffaloes front and center. Yeah, guys, so past week, gold's still below 1800, silver, I think it closed above 2650, I believe, something like that. But it appears that, silver's still stuck in that trading range. Gold is maybe getting into some sort of downtrend. Basel III came and went, and what happened to the price of gold and silver? Nothing. In fact, they went down. Maybe there's a big conspiracy for that. I'm not sure. I just don't buy it. My thought is, as always, I've always said on this channel, things like gold and silver, they're great insurance policies and hedges towards, government stupidity. I'm going to continue to buy, and if the price goes lower, it just means the price of your insurance gets cheaper, and that's a good thing. I haven't been able to pick up any silver. My last two purchases were 2 ounces of gold. I got the Australian Kangaroo and that Royal Canadian Mint panning for gold in the Yukon coin. It's just a beautiful coin. If you're not a coin collector, you do have to appreciate the beauty of these, buffaloes and maples, and especially once they get into some of the other series of coins. Like Australia has a really cool gold kangaroo this year. But anyways, besides that, I just want to talk about my main thing that I've been doing this year, which actually hasn't been buying gold and silver, even though I have purchased quite a few ounces of gold and silver since the new year. But it's basically stacking cash, which I know is unpopular in this community, but saving some cash to make a big lump sum payment on my mortgage, which is coming up, I believe, in September. And I've been getting a lot of flack. Oh, the dollars are depreciating. It's just being inflated away. Your purchasing power is being devalued, and that's all true. If you hold cash for the long term, if I was going to sit on this for 30 years or 20 years, or at the rate they're rigging the system here, maybe another 4 years or something like that. But the fact of the matter is, our everyday lives are governed by paying things in dollars. I'm in Canada, so we use Canadian dollar, the US dollar, whatever. So it just makes sense to have some cash on hand, especially when we're in really uncertain times. So I've been building this pile of cash with the anticipation of making this big lump sum payment. Now, what could I have done? People were like, "Oh, you're stupid for doing that. Don't you know? I could have gambled on Bitcoin." Yeah, I could have done that. I don't think that would have worked out very well. I could have taken that, it's just a substantial amount of money. I think I have about $85,000 or something like that. I could have taken that and bought some gold or silver. Look at where the price was, over the past 6 months. Do you think I would have made money on that? That's my question. Would I have grown that pile of cash? The answer is no, I wouldn't have. In fact, gold and silver are trading below where they were earlier in the year. And, why would I do that? I need the money to do essentially nothing for 6-8 months until I can make this payment. Now this stuff is long term. If you're going to save, if you're going to invest in precious metals, or any investment really should be a long-term investment. That's the kind of view that I take. I'm not gambling. Bullion, if I was gonna, I guess if I was gonna try to flip it, I wouldn't be buying bullion, because who knows? You only ever get spot when you go sell it back to the dealer, and who knows where that's going to be. You're paying a premium above spot, in some cases substantially higher premium, like with silver. Even gold's like a 5% premium. So if you buy a gold ounce, you better hope it goes up 5% if you plan on selling that anytime soon. Now, there's a strong argument to be made for owning physical bullion, right? It's not, it's not unbacked, unallocated, and whatnot. It is a good store of value, but this is a long-term thing. You hold on to this and hang on to this as kind of insurance. I'm not buying physical to, to trade. If I wanted to do that, I'd maybe try to pop it into an ETF. But, I've just learned, I'm not a good trader at all. Whenever I buy an investment, it usually goes down. That's the next move. I've made all my money. I've had all my success thinking long term. So that's just kind of what I wanted to put out. I know, in the past year, we have a lot of new investors. They're on Wealthsimple. They're on Robinhood. They're on all these different apps and stuff. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. This is a long-term thing. The other thing is the most important thing that I believe people can do at any time, but especially now, is to try as hard as you can to get out of debt. You want to get out of debt. You don't want to be caught, in a down economy with a whole lot of debt. And as I've said before, even if we take the road to hyperinflation, which at present, it might be years away, we don't know. But if and when that happens, the value of our debt could be pegged to whatever new currency is in use, whether it's precious metals or not. Very rarely does the average person kind of win in that scenario. So I wouldn't advise people to go take on huge debts in the hope that it will just be inflated away, especially if you're not able to lock that debt in for 30 years or whatever. The other thing is we have still record high asset prices across the board. And, sooner or later, I don't know when. I thought maybe it would have things would have come down by now, but we don't know when this is going to kind of have a reckoning, right? There's a lot of new people into the market. It seems like the latest gains have been made primarily from, the retail crowd, who always jump in at the very end of a bull market. So my advice is, just that. I would say pay off your debts, have some cash in the bank, definitely get some insurance. But I think I would do it in that order. I would, try to tackle my debts, especially, I'm tackling a mortgage, which is a bit different. That's usually the last thing people focus on in their debt repayment. The first would be maybe like a credit card or student loan, something like that. Anything that has a higher interest rate. But I don't have any of that. I paid off, my loan that I used to borrow money and to invest in stocks and stuff. And now I am I feel like I'm on the home stretch. I just got to get this lump sum payment down on the mortgage. And at that point, I'm just running the clock out on the mortgage. I figure by early next year, it'll be paid off. I can't do anything about it. I can't put another lump sum payment or anything like that. They won't let me. They lock you into these things. But with a paid off home, that just I feel like that is like literally the cornerstone of financial freedom. You don't need to make the big bucks to have a good quality of life. You don't need to, stress about making the payments. You can, do your own thing. Now, what am I going to do once this is paid off? I'm going to build some more cash. And I hope that some prices on, some good stocks and that come down. If precious metals go into a big correction, I'm going to be picking up some more silver for sure. And definitely some more gold. I'm just going to basically, my allocation to gold and silver is just going to meet and match the growth in net worth. That's what I think is kind of prudent. Whether I'm going to put 10% or 15 or 5, or I'm not sure yet. I think right now I'm probably running about 5%. I'm going to probably up that. That's my plan, just to kind of just grow the 2 and 2. So every year pick up a few pieces of gold and silver, continue to invest. You get your retirement to think about. The fact of the matter is we do need income. And that's just the way, that's just the other thing, right? It's one thing to have no debt. The other thing is you need a good, reliable source of, passive income. And I used to find that in dividend stocks, but everything is just so priced crazily right now that it just really doesn't make sense to invest that way right now. So I'm just doing nothing. Whenever I don't know what to do, I just sit back and do nothing and focus on the one thing, my one goal, which was, make this big lump sum on the mortgage, pay the mortgage, do that first. It sucks. It's boring. It's not nearly as exciting as when I was investing in rentals and stocks and buying more gold and doing all this cool stuff. Paying down debt sucks. And it's like literally the least glorified financial move that you can do. But it is at the same time the best financial move anybody can do, I think, to live a much more safer, secure financial existence. So that's my thoughts on getting out of debt, and what I plan on doing in the fall is just going to be more investing. And that's just the way it is. I find, I've noticed in my life when it's kind of one of those things. If you try to achieve a goal from a position of weakness, it's really hard to achieve that goal. But once you go at it from a position of strength, things fall into place, and you're like supercharged. And I think that's probably what's going to happen in the fall. Once I get this, I've been in kind of investing purgatory, waiting to stacking cash, waiting to pay off make this lump sum payment, and so. But to my surprise, the net worth keeps growing at a pretty decent clip. It was 20 grand last month. That's pretty good. So yeah, if you want to check out every month I publish my family's net worth report. Check it out, My Road to Wealth and Freedom. I just threw it out there. You can kind of see my approach, what I'm doing, and how we're faring. And to my surprise, even just January, we're up almost 120,000 from where we were in January. Now, the year is half done. If we could get another 120,000, that's almost, $250,000. So that's not too shabby at all. I'll take it. And, like I said, just growing more stronger, more resilient financially. The other thing I've been looking into is investing in farmland. I looked at this years ago. Basically, it's just kind of a numbers game. It's really hard to make anything rental work in your favor. Whether you're going to be renting, family homes, whether you're going to be renting duplexes or whatever. Housing and land is just so extraordinarily expensive right now. It's just really, really tough to find anything that's cash flowing. So again, I do think that, there's going to be a reckoning sooner or later. These prices are going to come down, and there's going to be opportunities galore. And for the person who is debt free, who has cash, who has, proper insurance in the form of precious metals, who has that resilience, who maybe has streams of passive income. Maybe you started a blog like I did, or a YouTube channel like I did, or, maybe you have rentals and you've owned them forever and they're just fantastically flowing passive income and stuff. For people in that situation, there's going to be endless investment opportunities. So get ready, be prepared to take advantage when that opportunity comes. That's it for today, guys. Happy 4th of July to my American friends, and have a great weekend, everyone.